What a fucking trip we are on now. Shit is going crazy. We are going fully into the upside down. And wow. The insanity only ups the notch even more. So, you started off with this whole maze that Will has drawn. It's really reminiscent of the map in Twin Peaks where they're trying to figure out the way to the Black Lodge, which is insanely frightening considering what the Black Lodge is. Still trying to unpack that, but this whole new maze system. Bob shows up, tries figuring it out because Will sees Hopper inside these tunnel system. Hopper is definitely in some trouble. So Lucas is trying to discern how to make things right with Max. So he asks his dad what he does when he gets in trouble with his wife, and basically the answer is your mom's never wrong. I thought that was a lot of funny. Cut to Dustin. He's dealing with his own problems. I didn't spoil it last episode, but if you haven't watched this, you know Dart is turning into a Demogorgon. It has ate his cat, and his mom's looking for the cat. They're trying to throw off the scent so he can get this Demogorgon trapped down in the cellar. Has a huge couple pounds of meat that he lays a trail all the way to the cellar. He almost steps into the cellar, and then he notices Dustin. Dustin kicks out of the shed and fucking hockey shots him into the cellar and closes the door. So we'll get back to that probably in the next episode or so. Thought that whole scene was fantastic. Then you have 11 going to see her mama. You have Nancy and Jonathan meeting this detective that you were introduced in the first episode, but didn't realize it. He's the crazy guy trying to figure out all these conspiracies. Then you have the arcade meetup between Lucas and Max, where Max learns about everything that's been going on. Bob's trying to discern the map and figure out where the X is, and Hopper is trying to use fire to get his way out. Dustin's shouting with Code Red, trying to figure out what to do with Demogorgon. Soon he tries finding where everybody is. You have him finally finding help with Steve and his bat from last season. Then Hopper gets tangled up. Billy and Max, there's something still there between them. And then 11 finally talks to her mom, and her mom actually reveals the details of her birth and everything that happened, kind of to make it seem that she wasn't a real thing. You also see 11 in the same room playing with 8, I believe. It's unclear at this time, but I'm sure we're going to get more of it. That's the great thing about the show, is because it gave you all these things before and doesn't call them back until you really need them. So you have 11 discerning what the things her mom keeps talking about are. I believe it's the safe combination for the gun, her sister telling her to breathe for the childbirth that's been covered up. She wakes up to see sunflowers, but the room that has her daughter in number 8 in it has a rainbow on the door. This is basically what she's been talking all forever. Cut back, they finally figured out where Hopper was. Bob and Joyce go after him through the tunnels, find him, cut him loose, and then the Hawkins vans show up, rush him out, rush all of them out, and dude comes in with a flamethrower, starts torching it, which starts torching the insides of Will. Man, I'm along for the ride now. It's getting crazier and crazier, and we're at the halfway point, a little bit better than that. Now I think things are going to start culminating. We're probably going to get another episode of Workup, and then we're going to come together and figure out how to fight the big bad monster, and I really hope the Demogorgon turns into a good guy. So that's where we are now, and I'll check in with you in the next video for episode 6 now. 4 to go.